Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Wrestling Mark YouTube channel. I am Giovanni, and today I'm going to be alone due to some microphone issues once again with Alvin. But that's alright, because all I'm talking about today is the deal with Seth Rollins and the rest of the Shield. If you did not catch Monday Night Raw, which was a pretty boring Raw until the end, Seth Rollins turned his back on the Shield to team up with Randy Orton and Triple H. You might be wondering, where's Batista in this? Well, early on Monday Night Raw, he did quit and left Evolution because he wasn't getting what he expected. He came to the WWE to get a championship, but got absolutely none of that. So he's leaving basically to continue his Hollywood career. And at the end of Raw, the main event was supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. However, maybe 5 minutes before the ending of the the time of the show, so Raw ends at 8:05 my time. 5 minutes prior to that, so about 8 o'clock, they're gonna do this match. What's going on with that? You can't have a match like this in 5 minutes. So obviously there's something going on with that. I think anyone who's watching live pretty much knew that there's something was gonna. They knew that there wouldn't be a match, but I don't think the outcome of Raw was very predictable. Randy Orton and Triple H come out. Triple H has his sledgehammer with him. He's basically cutting a promo, talking all this stuff. So when Triple H comes out, the Shield sees he has a sledgehammer. Seth Rollins books it from the ring. He grabs a steel chair and he comes back in, looking as if he's getting ready to protect himself and his friends, right? So, Triple H is talking. He says, "I always have a plan B." And right after he says that, Seth Rollins turns and smacks Roman Reigns with the steel chair in the back, which I don't think anyone in their right mind even saw coming. I didn't. I was surprised. This went from a failing show to a D- show to me, which isn't too good, but he hits Roman Reigns with the chair, and Dean is shocked. He looks like, what the hell did you just do? And then Seth starts attacking Dean with the chair. And, we just have Seth standing over his former partners. And, he exits the ring. And Randy Orton and Triple H get in. And Randy starts just attacking Roman Reigns with the chair. I don't even know why he needed to do that. But he did, I guess. And, Triple H and Randy are in the ring. And then Seth joins them. And, Triple H has his arms wrapped around his two new men, I suppose. And he just looks in the camera and says, "I win." Wow. That was, like I said, it was a horrible Raw, but at the end, I was like, what just happened? I want answers to this. And, a lot of people speculated one of the groups were going to have a member leave. So, Evolution, everyone thought that, of course, Batista would leave to go back to Hollywood. People were speculating that Sheamus would be the third member, which would be horrible because I hate Sheamus, and I know Alvin hates Sheamus. Sheamus I don't think he would have fit in. And from the Shield, prior to WrestleMania, people were speculating that after Mania, Roman Reigns would ditch the group, and then Mason Ryan would join. As we all know, Mason Ryan is no longer under contract with WWE, so that cannot happen. People with the Shield, I think, always speculated that Roman or Dean would break off, and one of them would turn. I don't think anyone really thought that Seth Rollins would do it. I mean, back at WrestleMania, Alvin would tell me, "I believe Roman will leave," and I was like, at the time, they had the whole crack in the Shield thing. And it would seem that, Dean and Roman were trying to fight. And then Seth was, the peacemaker. Because of that, I always thought Seth would break off from the Shield himself and turn on them. But since they regrouped and, after Mania, that thought completely left my head and was never thought about ever again until now. That, Seth Rollins turns on the Shield, and no one really expected it. If you're sitting here and you're like, oh, I knew that was gonna happen, you're lying. In your mind, you thought that Roman Reigns would break from the Shield and he would become this big star. And a lot of Shield fan boys and girls are really angry at this, I believe. They're more angry at the WWE saying, oh, WWE, why do you always ruin stuff when they're at their best? I think that's the best time that something can be ruined, quote unquote. I think this is a great time for Seth Rollins to break out from the Shield, because this is a great time for the Shield to just end. I think, because if you just leave a group hanging on for the last second, like when they get really dull, I feel like no one really remembers them that much. I mean, like, DX ended at a very good time. They're really popular, but they ended because Triple H wanted to do his own thing. NWO is one thing. NWO is a group that went on longer than it really should have, and that's why it's only remembered for the original times. Everyone knows the NWO, but there's been other NWO groups. There was NWO Black and White, NWO Wolfpack, NWO Hollywood. There's LWO, BWO, NWO 2000. There's all these new NWO groups, but everyone, when they think NWO, I believe they think of Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hulk Hogan, which was in their prime. I think if they left those three in NWO and then stopped it at a good time, NWO would be iconic all through the whole years. But everyone looks at NWO as like, oh, they fell off in the last years because of the fact that Hogan, Nash, and Hall really weren't in the end of it in WCW. So I think with now breaking up the Shield right now is a smart idea to do for the WWE and for the three competitors in the Shield. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. They're all great. Dean's good on the mic. He's a great wrestler. Seth's a great wrestler. Roman's a great wrestler. Not too good on the mic, but he can be a main star. All these main stars were never the best when they started. Let's look at them. Rock had a horrible character when he debuted, and now look at him. He's one of the greatest iconic superstars ever. John Cena wasn't the best when he debuted, but now look at him. He's basically the face of our company today. So by breaking up the Shield right now, it's the smartest thing they could do. And honestly, I think the whole evolution is gone. I no longer see Triple H, Randy, and Seth as evolution. I see them as Triple H, Randy, and Seth. I still, however, see Dean and Roman as the Shield. And I do not think people all are speculating, oh, they'll just get another guy, throw him in to the Shield, and then they'll have a 6-man tag match. I don't see that. I see Dean and Roman staying with the Shield, Triple H and Seth and Randy as a group, but not as Evolution necessarily. I think that would be great. Because even at the end of Raw, they didn't play the Evolution theme. They played Triple H's theme song, so maybe Evolution's over. I would like to see Seth and Dean face each other in this long rivalry at the same time as maybe Randy and Roman going against each other, and have Triple H just be like the puppet master, creating all this and letting this continue. Like, I think Triple H, if he stands out from this and just kind of sits back but is still in the picture, it would be great. And then maybe after Roman and Seth and Dean and Randy have their stuff, maybe say Seth and Dean ends and then Roman and Randy ends around the same time. I think from there the Shield can separate completely. And I think by doing that, it would be pretty good for all three of the guys. They are basically the future of the WWE. And you can't have a future of the WWE who is in a group, because only one of them will be WWE champion at a time. Not all of them could be WWE World Heavyweight Champions at once. So if they stayed together, I guess they would have been very good, but I feel that them separating right now is the greatest thing that they could do for their solo careers. And I think Shield has made a big enough impact that they can separate and be at peace knowing that our group really will be remembered as this chaotic, crazy, hell-raising trio. And I think their 2 wins at Mania... People say, oh, I wish they could have at least gone another Mania. I don't think so, because their first match at Mania was kind of weird because their opponents were just 3 random guys. And their second match at Mania 30 was like a squash match, so it'd probably be the same thing at their third Mania. So I'm actually glad that they're doing this. I could actually see Seth and Dean going into a rivalry until... maybe... I'd like to see it go for a long time, actually. If they're going to do that, which I wish they do. I'd like to see Dean and Seth Rollins go on in a feud until maybe like Survivor Series. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe throw in the championship into their rivalry. That'd be good. But as of now, who knows what they're going to do with Seth Rollins joining Randy Orton and Triple H. Maybe they'll do it like a handicap match, maybe tag match. Maybe this is a fake alliance. Maybe eventually Seth will turn on Randy and Triple H and then go with the Shield. I honestly could see that happening. I would not be shocked if it happened, because I think it's something that WWE would do. But most likely is that Seth Rollins is alone. Well, Seth Rollins is no longer with the Shield, is with Triple H and Randy, and soon will be alone, which is pretty cool to see, especially as a heel. I'd like to see that. So hopefully soon Dean and Roman also split up. And what would be really cool is like at the next Royal Rumble, they're like all in the Royal Rumble, but they don't like come in one after another, but they come in like eventually, and they're all eventually in the ring together, and they just kind of, all 3 of them stand in the middle of the ring. That'd be really cool to see, especially if they were the last 3. But I think I actually like this. I actually like Seth leaving the Shield, and I actually like the idea of the Shield possibly being over soon. Don't get me wrong, I love the Shield, but I'm pretty curious to see what the WWE has to do with this. So, we just have to sit and wait and see what the WWE has planned for Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns, former members of the Shield. Yeah, that's about it I had to say. I wish Alvin was here, honestly, to give his opinion on it. Because I really, yeah, okay. Well, if you liked listening to my opinion, go ahead and please subscribe and like. And if you didn't, I'm not stopping you from disliking it. That's fine. But please do comment and tell me why you disliked, because I think that would help me better understand if you're just disliking because you disagree or because you don't like how I speak or whatever. So go ahead and comment. If you have anything you want me to talk on, I will be happy to. I will be happy to speak on your topics when you comment them, if you do. Go ahead and watch our Payback and NXT TakeOver reviews, please. Those were both uploaded at a really awkward time, and I know they're not getting a lot of views, but please go back and watch those if you wish to. That would really be appreciated. I'd really like that. So yeah, follow us on Twitter. Follow Alvin at twitter.com/AlvinAlpha. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/xxomgxx. And follow me on Instagram as well, please. At The Wrestling Mark. Thank you for watching. We'll see you. Alvin will probably be back for the NXT review this week. So thank you for watching again. We'll see you soon.